Okay, come on in, guys. We are here. We are here. Let me just go ahead and make sure we are live on Facebook. We are here. All right, let me just throw up a Grand Rising comment. We're here. All right, but I'm not hearing nothing. So let me throw this up and then we'll be ready to go. All righty. Let me know. Okay, we are here. We are here. Okay, check, check, check. Yes, we got audio. All right, lovely. So with that being said, come on in. Good morning, great grand rising, Reese. Let's come on and activate the success mind. And we're going to be ready to just jump in. We have a beautiful, beautiful topic that we're going to be looking at today. And that is the topic of how are you hardwired? We're going to take a deep look at that today. So come on in. Let's take a good healing deep breath in. Exhale and relax. Exhale and relax. Turn the focus inward. Tap into the rich inner life, the kingdom that is within. Breathe. Out for 6. One more for the power of 3. Deep breath in. And exhale. We are so happy to be here today. So what are you hardwired for? So I want to just take a look at a couple things today, and I want us to see this. Let's go ahead. Let me see. I want us to see this. Let me, I've done something. Let me see if I could do it like this. Okay. Let me see. That is not, they didn't change so much on this platform until this is good for now. All right. This is what your neural network look like, right? Neural networks are groups and groups of neurons that have been fired and wired together that relates to a thought, a memory, or behavior. Put that in your notes. These are neurons, and this is going to be so important to where we're going. When we have these neurons, right, that's related to your thoughts, your memory, your behavior, the body, watch this, begin to assemble circuits, new circuits, over and over again to reinforce the thought, the memory, or the behavior until it becomes automatic. So what we're going to do today is we're going to work to really reset and start creating a new neural pathways so that we'll have a grand shift and transformation in your personality. And we're going to talk about how to do that. So when you keep wiring and firing new thoughts, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza, these neural networks start binding together, making deep grooves in the brain, and start connecting with messages from the nervous system to the biochemical system, the hormonal system, right? And it starts creating this network or this pathway that runs on automatic pilot. And so we want to bring in all parts of the body so that your body right now, I want you to hear this right now, your body is in a program of where you have placed your energy and your attention. And we've talked about this so many times. Where your attention goes, energy flows. But today, we really want to look at what are you hardwired for? And then we want to start making the necessary adjustments to reset. All right. So when we talk about resetting, guys, reset means to set again or differently. I want you to highlight the word differently today from this slide. And I want you to highlight one more word from this slide. So we want to reset. That means to set again or differently. Let's look at the word differently now, because we're getting ready to shake up some things. In a broader sense, it involves restoring something to its original state, reestablishing a baseline, or starting anew. I want you to highlight starting anew. So we want to look at differently and starting anew, because there's a time when you can bring something back to its original state or reestablish a baseline, but we only want to reestablish a baseline as it relates to an anchor, an intentional anchor. What we are after today, beloved, we are after resetting and reshaping and possibly creating a new personality, because we are stuck in our personality. That's just who I am. That's just the way I am. But if something is not working, we have to take a look at that. All right. So in the context of mindset, resetting involves letting go of old, limiting beliefs and patterns of thought and adopting a fresh, positive, and empowering perspective. Now, we break the power right now of familiarity. We want a fresh new start. We want a new beginning because we want to create a new. So, excuse me, we have to be willing to release old limiting beliefs and patterns of thought and adopting something new. Come on and put that in your notes. Listen, beloved, you have to make up your mind that you're just going to be uncomfortable in this season, right? Because remember, we have to be comfort zone interrupters. So resetting as it relates to the mindset is akin to clearing out mental clutter. Can you put that in your notes? And if we was together, I would say it, repeat after me. You want to clear out mental clutter and start rebooting your mental process to align with where you are right now. You see, beloved, what has happened is that we have become accustomed to our old way of thinking, our old ways of being, our old patterns of behavior, and we are hardwired for that. So the question becomes now, and I'm looking at the email here, what are you hardwired for? I want us to really take a breath right here, because what I understand is that we're in a very empowering season right now. Number one, we're in a 9 universal year, right? Which governs completion, which governs finality, bringing things to a close, new beginnings. We're in the 9th month. We still have several days left in the 9th month, and we have hit 999 3 times this month, where we have the 999 portal, right? So even as we are looking at where we are landing today, and today we're in a new moon phase, so we're looking at fresh new intentions. But what I want you to lock in on today is that we are in this empowering season of being able to bring things to finality and a close. Grand Rising Marcus, Grand Rising Lisa, thanks for joining us live, right? Let's do this, beloved, because I know with every fiber of my being, all that stuff you're going through, where it seemed like things got turned up this year, you may have had to do things this year that you've never done in your life. You may have had to step into other dimensions that you never thought you would have to step into. All of that is because the shadow life is being turned up and brought to the forefront, because this is the year where everything in the unseen realm, even in cosmic alignment, even in the angles, the angels, the ancestors, everything is rooting for you to take a look at what has been your sabotage. What has been your setback? So are you hardwired for sabotage? Can you be real with yourself today? Are you hardwired for setback? I recognize that in my own life that every time I'm on a forward motion, a forward movement, or a forward trajectory, and I'm going into new or higher dimensions, that is a call for even more nervous system management. And anytime I fail to step into new dimensions without that nervous system management, I set myself up for a setback. And that is the sabotage. Are you hardwired for that? No shame, beloved. There is no shame here. There is no judgment here. You just want to come into conscious awareness. What do you do to yourself? What are you hardwired for? Again, looking at those neurons. What are you hardwired for in your brain? That every time you are poised to go to another level of success, another level of peace, another level of contentment, things start spiraling and going backwards like a reset button is hit. Are you hardwired for sabotage, for setbacks? Are you hardwired for survival, for scarcity, for disappointment, for betrayal, for success, for growth? This is what you have to ask the question, what am I hardwired for? So the whole purpose of us being here today is to begin looking at what is in the mental and emotional body that we are clinging to, that we are holding on to, right? So when we look at this, let's take a look at this. Your mind, beloved, is worth millions. So overall, affirming your value, the value of your mind, I want you to just take a moment and breathe this in and say, my mind is worth millions. My mind is worth billions. And I'm not even speaking of dollar cents I'm talking about the quantity and the magnitude and the volume of millions, so that it's overflow of love, overflow in right relationship, overflow in peace and contentment. Your mind is powerful. So when you're overall affirming the value of your mind, you can create a powerful shift in how you perceive yourself and your capabilities, leading to numerous personal and professional benefits. So what am I saying here in a nutshell? What are you hardwired for? How can you tell? You start looking at your life and you see every time you just about at the place, I want you to hear this, anytime you're just about at the place where you're going to take the next step, you're going to go forward, you're going to increase your life, you hit the panic button and you start spiraling back. And beloved, this is what I want you to know. We do this so subtly, so unconsciously, that every time you take a step to improve, you take another step to sabotage or setback. It is because you are not yet comfortable, not yet feeling safe enough to go into more. Now I'm talking real today. This is the real deal, beloved. I'm not playing no fluff, no stuff, right? Just the raw truth of what we have to look at while we're in this powerful, energetic year of 9. We have to bring some things to a close. So I always use myself as an example, right? That hopefully you're not just being a voyeur, but you could see something of you in me. Even where I am now, where it appears that I have come back to a space, I would not be here. I would not have put on the extra weight. I would not have done the shadow dancing, the beautiful shadow dancing of putting on the weight if there wasn't another layer of something that my higher self, the universe, the Holy Spirit, God, whatever language works for you, is asking me. There is still something here that wants to be healed. Excuse me. Yes, we just hit on something really powerful there. There is still something that wants to be healed. There is still something that wants to be blocked. And when you no longer look at it as, oh me, oh my, but start looking at, why am I here? What is being asked of me? What is being asked to be healed or transformed? And so now we rejoice. I'm thankful that I'm here because I get another opportunity for another layer of priming myself, pruning myself to be even more effective. Take a breath here and exhale. So I want you to think of this. Remember, I tell you the Holy Trinity in this season is spirituality, technology, and science. And we're so thankful for the spiritual scientists of our day, like a Dr. Bruce Lipton or Dr. Joe Dispenza. All of these scientists that are coming into spirituality, knowing that there is so much more, all right? So when we look at this, your mind is worth millions. Y'all remember this? This is, let me make this a little bigger for you guys. This is the 3D to 5D diagram that all of you in SSL, you have this, right? So these outer arrows are pointing to the reality of 3D. Then we have the lower 4D realm, right, which is vain imagination, tragedy, self-deprecation, right? Self-depreciating your value. But then we want to be in a high 4D, which is divine imagination. Come on, put in your notes, I must see something new. I must see something new. So when we look at that, knowing that we have the authority to see and to call into something new, I want us to look at not the physical body. I want to look at the mental body today, right? So when we look at the mental body, this body governs the thought process, your beliefs, and mental construct. Screenshot this. It includes both the conscious and the subconscious mind. Are we getting ready to do some work, beloved? Right? The mental body shapes how we perceive reality through thoughts, logic, and reasoning. Those of you that are in SSL, if you go to the 2025, go under mastery, you'll see a whole full teaching of this, right? So when we look at the mental body, what it is concerned with is mental clarity, mindfulness practices that help strengthen this body by feeding positive thoughts and reducing mental clutter or limiting beliefs. So this is where we need to work, beloved. So what am I saying in a nutshell? I want us to take a real look at, what am I hardwired for? So for instance, you could be hardwired to panic when it's time for success. You could be hardwired to suspecting hurt and harm and not trusting yourself and not trusting others. You could be hardwired into playing yourself small. You could be hardwired to obey in fear. So we want to look at what we're hardwired for, and it's going to take you spending some time. So the main part of this assignment that I was asked to bring today is for you to look at really allowing another part of your personality to either unfold or be created anew. Somebody talk back to me. Grand Rising, thanks for joining us live today. That's the question. You have to look at, what are you hardwired for? And then we have to consider allowing another part or a different part of your personality to unfold, or allowing a new personality to be created. So for all of you that know, I'm really a little tired. I'm a little tired of going round and round and round and round and round and round and round. I'm ready for something new. So can we agree today that we are going to just be uncomfortable, watch this, but be uncomfortable with intention? Because remember this formula here. Remember this, right? So when we look at the frequency formula, you have your thoughts, you have emotions that create a vibration, that creates a frequency that will create your reality. So we have to go to work. We have to be willing to be uncomfortable. And so write this down. You're going to, number one, this is your assignment. You're going to really come into conscious awareness. What am I hardwired for? Again, when you looked at all those neurons that we looked at in the beginning, all of this is created, beloved, by thoughts that you think firing off. And when the thoughts fire off like that, they start wiring together. I want you to get this image in. This is what happened when these thoughts are firing. You see all those neurons lighting up when thoughts are firing. You are creating something. You're creating a neural pathway in the brain. This is how we create habits. That's why they say repetition is the mother of all learning. We want to be mindful. What am I firing? What are my thoughts firing? What memories am I constantly looking at and bringing up? What behavior do I keep coming back to that I don't want to be a part of my life? Number one, what are you hardwired for? Number two, is there now another part of your personality that needs to unfold, come to the forefront, or is it time to create a new personality? We get very lazy because of resistance. And resistance sets in when we have a fear of success, a fear of growth, a fear of people, a fear of being hurt, fear. Doesn't matter. Resistance kick in. And the first thing you'll start to think is, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm so tired. Oh my God, here we go again. That's resistance. That is a message to say to you, you don't yet feel safe. You don't feel safe enough for this wonderful part of you that wants to emerge. You're not yet safe enough or feel comfortable enough in allowing that to emerge. Can y'all talk back to me? Can we talk real today? What are we hiding from? What are you pushing through? What are you combo plattering, as my mentor calls it? Bouncing back and forth. You push some, then you hide. You push some, then you hide. But this is the key today, beloved. It's all about alignment. Write that big in your notes. We're talking all of this spiritual, metaphysical, scientific, esoteric. We're bringing all of this together for you to come into divine alignment, agreement, and cooperation with what you've been sent here for. All of us are here for a reason and purpose, but it's all about alignment. It's all about lining up. So now that we are waking up, these are some of the things that we want to do to start rewiring. You would start rewiring and creating these neural networks or energetic highways where your soul, your spirit, and your energy can travel on these energetic highways with ease. So when you think of a neural network, I want you to think of an energetic highway in the brain where your soul, your spirit can just move and flow in alignment with what you are here to do. So when we think about these old neural networks, I want you to think of it in terms of contracts. When we talk about being hardwired, these are contracts. They are vows that you have taken. And if you are not willing to sit with yourself on a daily basis and do the sacred work, we're not going to do the progress. Why am I talking so strongly about this today? Again, it's because we have a window of empowerment in this year to bring some things to a close. So let me end by decreeing and declaring over your life today. You're not stuck. You're not lost. You're not behind. You're not a misfit. You're not a mess up. But you, beloved, are the called and chosen of God. You are the chosen one. You are carrying the mantle for your bloodline, right? You are the custodian of your bloodline. I'm talking real. I want you to stand up today. You have the keys in your spirit that will unlock the poverty, the lack, the bondage for your bloodline. So can we just take a breath here and make a commitment? I'm going to take time with myself. I'm going to sit with myself. I'm going to ask the hard questions. I'm going to have the conversation with myself. Remember, we're not beating ourselves up. We're not digging. We're just doing a gentle inquiry. We're going to sit and breathe and ask, what am I hardwired for? What neural network, what spiritual highway have I created in my brain, in my mental and emotional body that is an obstacle for my next level? I decree and declare over your life the thing that you see in high 4D divine imagination, the version of yourself that you know is real. I decree and declare that you start living from that version of yourself. Well, how do I do that, Dr. E? We start asking the question, if that's who I truly am, how would I think? How would I feel? How would I speak? Who would I associate with? Who would I disassociate with? What habit is supporting the lifestyle of less than? Because we create habits to support the lifestyle that we've been held in, that we've trapped ourselves in. So we need lifestyle changes, but one step at a time. One step at a time. The first step, gentle inquiry. What am I hardwired for? What part of my personality wants to unfold now? Am I being asked to create new personality traits? I want to know and affirm the value of my mind, my mental and emotional body, and know that I can start firing new thoughts that will create new memories, that will create new behavior, that will have me to live successfully. Thank you. Yes, that will have me to live more successfully. You are the custodian of your bloodline. You are the chosen one. Use the empowerment of this year. Use the empowerment of this month to bring some things to a close. I want to end with this as we breathe and exhale. You can do this. You can do this. Make a decision. I'm just going to be uncomfortable because your spirit, the Holy Spirit, God, the universe, only wants you to expand, never contract. So when we shrink and we hide and we are small, we are not in the will of God. God is about the evolution, expansion. And when we become uncomfortable, that is the key that you're in the right place. Uncomfortable don't mean turn around and run. It means breathe through it. Because remember, the uncomfortability is coming from the memory in the body. Because your body stores all the energetic memory of everything you've experienced. The body knows it. So as we take steps to go to the next level, the body gets triggered and say, I remember. You don't like this. And then we back off. We sabotage, we set back because we're hardwired that when we feel that discomfort to release, let go, turn around, go back. Look at how many times you bounce around, moving from one place to the other, one place to the other, one job to the other, one relationship to the other, bouncing. At some point, and all of that serves its purpose, but at some point, your true identity, your original gifts and talents are knocking on the door, and they want to express itself in the forefront in a unique way. Can somebody say in a unique way? So, beloved, my assignment in this season is the awakened path, right? I want you to go there today. Look at that, ilonasanders.com/TAP for the awakened path. We're going to embark on this journey. I'm being asked in this season to help you to evolve into greater. Since somebody say greater. To you to get on your awakened path, letting go of everything that no longer serves you so that the real you can come to the forefront. And we're going to get started in just a couple more weeks here. And I want you to be a part of walking the awakened path with us in the Spiritual Success Life community. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's sow seed into this word, beloved. Today, let's continue working with the number 9. And I want you to do a variation of 9. These are all the ways that you can sow seed today. Work with the variation of the number 9. All right. Let me take this down so I can put this up. Work with the variation of the number 9. You can work with 19, 91, 999, 99.99. I'm feeling the 9s real strong today. 939, 96, whatever it is, 6 and 9s. Let's sow into this word. What is the power of this word today? The power of this word today is I'm going to do the sacred work to rewire, to rewire, to rewire. Beloved, if you do this, this will be more valuable to you than anyone laying hands on you, prophesying over you, even giving you a word of encouragement or patting you on the back, because now you are taking control of your destiny and you are rewiring. All right. Share this on your timeline. Don't forget when this is over, come back, like this video, share it on your timeline. This boosts the algorithm. Put some comments in the comment section. I'll come back and I'll answer you. And then that helps the algorithm go up so that more people can be a part of what you all are being blessed with. All right, lovelies, have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. No SSL tomorrow. We'll be convening shortly, back on Mondays at 12 noon. All right, lovelies, have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. Bye for now.